Jai Harman. I come from the UK, a small town called Rugby. I've grown up in China. I could say I've grown up in China. I was here when I was, just coming out of my teens. I was telling my grandparents that I was going to go to China one day and train like Bruce Lee, and they laughed and said, "Yeah, that's never going to happen." When I realised that I was going to stay in China for a long period of time, the first thing I did was, okay, I've got my apartment, now I need to find a Kung Fu school. My teacher, Wang Zhipeng, from Beijing Wing Chun, is world renowned for his skill in the art of Wing Chun. I went there with the idea of first testing out to see whether the stories of his skill were true.
好的功夫老师都会跟你就是交流一下，因为本身他有基础嘛，他也学过咏春拳，所以说他得感受一下，那你到底是不是好的功夫师傅，对吧？所以说他会自己会跟我就是碰撞一下，您觉得你这功夫到底行还是不行？ 那就结果就是这样了。
I left with a bloody nose. Beat me up, yeah. Otherwise, there's no point in me learning from them, right? If someone says, "Hey, I heard you do Kung Fu," and then one of their first things they do is they go, "Wah!" This is because that's what they see in the movies, what we would call fantasy Kung Fu. Wing Chun's not very pretty. Wing Chun is straight to the point. It's economical. Basically, we don't come off the center to punch and waste our time. We want to punch the most direct route between 2 points, between my fist and your face. Really, it's based on being able to beat someone stronger than you, and also with less practice. So a lot of the prettiness and everything was taken out, and stuff that took a long time for balance and jumping around in the air and spinning and stuff was cut down to just being able to punch hard and punch straight and punch strong. The logical progression in any Kung Fu is to become a teacher and teach your own students. It's to pass it on. It's a family, it's a hereditary martial art where the top teaches people, and then they teach people, and they teach people, and it lives on like this. A lot of people that study Kung Fu, they call me or they send me messages on Facebook or something, and they say, "Hey, it's one of my dreams is to come over to China and train with you guys." Somewhere it's like feels nice and warm because I feel like I'm living that dream. A lot of times people say, "Oh, when are you going home?" And I kind of think, well, I have no plan to go home. This is my home. I've been here, over 10 years, and I've contributed to the society quite well. For me, the next progression is what do I do in China? If I can stay here for a long time, I will stay here for a long time. If I can't, then I will go back to the UK and I will represent my teacher in the UK.